Okay, dear students, good evening. So the students who are in the online, am I audible for all of you? Please confirm it once. Well, so now dear students, the admin has announced you for the online students. So the Monday is going to change the link for online students, especially Monday may change the link. Please contact the admin and the necessary arrangements. Please try to do by yourself. Right. Any queries is concerned. So the admin has sent the details on your chat box. Try to contact his WhatsApp number and everything is given. Try to contact the admin. This is the announcement for online students. Well, and next, I would like to continue the previous session. In the previous topics, in the previous class, we started the most important discussion. We started. Fine. No, fan gadamma. Light one tube light. So here, I'm going to coming to the admin number is there in the chat box, please. Mahesh. Admin number is there in our chat box. For everyone, that information is passed. So the total details is passed to everyone in the chat box. Mahesh, please check your chat box. Yeah. So let me start with continuation part of the last session. So in the last class, the most important topic is started, features of Python. How many features are there, my dear students? Well, very good. Coming to this point, here, last class, I just mentioned important points related to this. The features of Python language, meaning is what? Last class, I just mentioned these points. Well, and Python programming provides total 11 features. They are simple, freeware and open source, platform independent, dynamically typed, interpreted, robust, and robust because of what? Exception handling that I will explain in detail. And yesterday some small code was executed, and extensible and embedded, procedural and object oriented, high level programming language, and supports third party APIs such as NumPy, Pandas, SciPy, Scikit, and etc. And in the last session, I started the first feature called what? Simple. The first feature called simple, I started with. Okay. In that first feature, I almost explained the very beautiful factor. This point I already explained. Why Python is very simple programming language? Python is a very simple programming language because of three technical factors. Subject is already started, guys. And first feature, I am in the discussion. If anybody was new in this class, nothing to feel that something is already over. Yesterday only, I just wrote the subheadings. I just wrote only subheadings. And those subheadings discussion is going on because this discussion will continue 1 or 2 days. Still to start the programming, I require 2 more days because I need to complete these features. So until the programming is going to start, people are going on adding to my class. Okay, right. So let us start discussion, students. Last class I said Python is technically very simple because of 3 important technical factors. Number 1, Python is providing a large variety of APIs. A very big API is provided for you. The API, nothing but a large libraries are provided. Because of the large libraries, by learning large libraries, libraries for data science, libraries for artificial intelligence, libraries for machine learning, libraries for deep learning, libraries for Spark and Scala, libraries for Hadoop. So many kind of APIs are provided. That's why Python programmer can reuse the predefined code. That's a special here without writing our own code. I can add that word without writing our own code, Writing your own code makes you to feel difficult or easy? Try to communicate and try to understand English. Easy or difficult? Writing our own code is called difficult. That's why we are doing what? Reusing which code? I said one small example yesterday. A tube light I am asking to prepare, a tube light I am asking free of cost to buy. Which one is easy? Free of cost I will buy. Of course, maybe it costs something in the normal life, but in Python, it is very easily we can reuse. I am going to tell in the class how to get the help of our modules. How to get the help of our modules. Please stand up one student. Yes, you are eating something, I think. Chewing gum. Please throw it out and come to the class. Why? 1 minute. 1 minute, student. Come. Because if you eat chewing gum, your energy is wasted for eating. But where is the energy for listening my class? So here you will get a headache when you eat the chewing gum. It's my request. Please throw it out and eat Python. This is my advice. Right? Fine. And don't feel otherwise. I will always give healthy tips for you daily along with my Python class. Okay? Right. So if anybody says reading something, I will stand up. It's my commitment towards you. It's an affection towards you. My student has to eat Python. That's it. Not other kind of things. Outside you eat whatever you like it. But in my class, Python. That's my request. Humble request for everybody. Okay. Come fast. I want to start my subject. Yeah. So, because of rich set of API, what is happening? Am I reusing the predefined code? I am writing my own code. Reusing the predefined code is easy, na? Writing your own code is easy, na? Reusing the predefined code is so simple compared to writing our own code. And easily you can develop it, more easily you can develop it because of the reusability of the predefined code. Yesterday I told you some small module, small code, how to write it. Generating OTP, generating a calendar for a month, generating calendar for a year. Many more tricks I will tell you in the class. So many examples I am going to tell you. Well, what is the definition of API? At this moment of time, I am giving API. In other languages, we call it as a library. In Python programming, official name of library is called what? API. API. Definition of API, which stands for your favorite answer, application programming interface. What is the definition of API? An API is a collection of what? Modules. So header files in C language in Python is called what? If anybody knows Java, there we call it the packages. In Python, we call it as what? Modules. In the further sessions, I will tell you how to define our own API also. I will tell you how to develop my own library, which works like predefined libraries. I will tell you how to develop our own API. So what is the definition of module, my dear students? A module is a collection of functions, variables, and class names. And yesterday's class, I said you some functions and variables, and don't worry about what? I will explain them. So at this point of time, please remember such a small definition. And this is called in the yesterday, first point related to that, and module definition I gave to you. This is my yesterday's first factor I explained. And the next second factor I'm going to give you. Second factor related to, I'm going to give you like this. So I'm going to make it one thing conclusion here. Once if I start developing any Python based application, we are going to use a compulsory what? API. Suppose I want to communicate with Oracle database to develop persistency based applications. I need one module. CX_Oracle I need is a module. I want to communicate with MySQL database. I need one more module. MySQL.connector module I want. I want to connect with MongoDB. I want PyMongo. I want that kind of modules. So without modules, there is no application development in real time. So compulsory, any application you develop in Python, we have to develop with modules. Without modules, no more application development. Such modules I have to explain. A trainer has to explain. Then only you can feel Python is simple. Otherwise, Python is Python. Okay. Let me move forward to the next thing. Look at students. Python programming provides second feature I am writing. Yesterday's feature I recapitulated. Now I am continuing. Python programming provides a beautiful facility, provides a garbage collection facility. Garbage collection facility. Garbage collection facility. What is the meaning of it, sir? Can you explain what is the meaning of garbage collection facility? Very, very simple. Look at my dear students. I'm going to give you some clarification here. I'm going to explain garbage collection facility around 2 to 2.5 hours in the class with a programmatically. Where I'm going to explain that, I will just show you in the class. Just to, means you have to have the knowledge when sir is going to show that. In the OOPS, there is a topic called destructors. In the destructors, I'm going to explain a very biggest discussion about garbage collection calls destructor for deallocating the unused memory space. In the OOPS facilities, I'm going to show practically to you. Not only one or example, many more examples I'm going to show you. Many more examples I'm going to show you with varieties of application development in the class. Well, at this point of time, what you are supposed to understand, at this point of time, what you are supposed to understand, what is the beauty of this garbage collection facility? For example, in my payroll application development, for example, or in the student's admission project application, I allocated for my class, I allocated 1,000 students capacity of memory space I allocated. For example, I got an admissions in my class, 525 admissions I got, for example. And how many spaces left out? 475 spaces unused or not? Will you keep that 475 memory space with my application? No. What should I do? I have to eliminate that unused memory space. I was allocated, but I'm using how many memory spaces? 525 memory spaces only I'm using. 475 memory space is not in use, but it was allocated, not in use. That means my my operating system has to keep track of which memory space is in use, which memory space is not in use. It has to keep track of as long as my application is running. Is it not called very complex to maintain unused memory space and used memory space? And it takes more execution time. That is a natural tendency. If it happens in C programming, there was no concept of eliminating that 475 memory space. Memory space deallocation process and libraries are not there. In which language? C language. And that type of procedure is called what? Memory leakage. What is it? Memory leakage. You can type in Google and you can check what is meant by memory leakage. Allocated 1,000 bytes, allocated 1,000 locations, but you are using 525. Rest of them are called what? Memory leakage. To eliminate that memory leakage, as a C programmer, I have to write my own code to eliminate that 475 locations. Writing my own code by studying operating system concepts and deallocating the memory space, is it easy or difficult? Definitely difficult. Because a mechanical student, a non-IT student may not be knowing operating system procedure, may not be knowing C programming, may not be having the language command. That time he cannot able to deallocate the memory space which was unused. Are you understanding? When you come to C++, same process. When you come to the Python, modern programming language like Java, Python, .NET, in these languages, what is a facility is available? What is this garbage collection facility? Whenever you write any Python program, behind of your Python program, one more program is running. One more program is running, which I am showing you practically in the class. I shown you where I used to show. Behind of my Python program, one more Python program is running. That background Python program is called what? Garbage collector program, which is observing, which is monitoring my regular Python program, how the memory space is allocating, what memory space is under use, which memory space is not in use, whichever memory space is not in use, which is automatically eliminated by the garbage collector, and hand over to what? OS. So OS is maintaining what? Only used memory space. Unused memory space you are giving back to OS. And who is going to do that automatic memory management in my Python programming? Garbage collector is doing that. Once again, I will repeat. Once again, I will repeat. Allocated how much memory space? 1000 bytes. 1000 locations I created. How many locations are used? 500. How many locations are not in use? Which is waste? 500 locations are waste. To create, to maintain unused memory locations, as long as my program execution is under, as long as my program execution, is it not OS is wasting its resources or not? Simple, ma. You are bringing your LKG books, UKG books, and so many books you are bringing along with your Python notes. Is it not a waste of time of bringing that unused memory space, unused books? What is next day you will do? Only used books you will bring, unused books you are eliminating and keeping in the home only. Same thing here. When I allocate 1000 bytes of memory space or 1000 locations, I am using only 500 bytes. 500 bytes are not in use. If I don't take any precaution, our OS is maintaining used memory space plus unused memory space. Totally it keeps track of. So because of that, there is a much kind of complexities increases on my program part. That's why what is happening behind of my program, what is happening for every regular interval of time, one program is running behind of my regular Python program. It sees what is the used memory space, what is the unused memory space, whichever is unused, it will be deallocated and given to what? Back to OS, and it maintains only used memory space and removes which memory space? Because of unused memory space, my program becomes lightweight component. My program becomes what? And unused memory space also keep it to your program. What will happen? It will become a heavyweight component. Which component? Yes. Tell me, who will eliminate the unused memory space automatically? Garbage collector. Garbage collector will perform which facility? Right. How many programs are there in Python to run? I am writing my Python program. That is called a regular Python program. Behind of my regular program, who is running? Garbage collector. What is the role of garbage collector? Eliminating unused memory space and improves the performance of Python-based applications. Did you understand? So this garbage collection program you have written already available. Have you written that code already available? Already available. In which programming? So C programming does not contain such a facility. Who has to write that facility? Programmer has to write the code. In Python, what is there? Inbuilt facility it is. Are you getting my point? So I'm writing here because of garbage collection facility, so that I'm writing here, so that garbage collector, I'm writing here, garbage collector collects which memory space? Unused memory space. I'm writing here unused memory space and improves the performance of which based applications? Python based applications. It is one of the important facilities, students. Now I'm getting, everybody will ask a question. One new definition came today. Definition of what? Garbage collector. Definition of what? Garbage collector. Yes, tell me. Here, I hope I'm clear about this facility. Tell me, what is this garbage collector? Is the program you have written or already inbuilt? Which is running in front of you, behind of our program. Behind of our program, which is monitoring our program status. What is the space in use? What is the space in not in use? Whichever space is in not in use, which is collected automatically by whom? Yes, which I am going to show in the class. How many ways are there garbage collector is calling? What is its importance? I'm going to explain in the OOPS facilities. Now I'm writing. A garbage collector is one of the, I'm writing the definition just to see that. A garbage collector is one of the program, is one of the background program, is one of the inbuilt, I'm writing, is one of the inbuilt background program which is running behind of every regular Java program, every Python program, every regular Python program, and whose purpose is that to collect which memory space? Unused memory space, and improves performance of which based applications? Yes, Python based applications. Last sentence I will write it. It is an important in MCQs. Hence, garbage collector takes care of automatic memory management. Garbage collector takes care of what? Automatic memory management. Well, that means you need not to write any memory management programs by ourselves like C++ programmers. Who is going to take automatic memory management? Garbage collector is going to take care about it. I hope that you people got what I am interested to say. Is this facility available in C programming? No. To do this kind of programming, we need to write our own code, our own logics, which is complex to write it. That's why garbage collector is very important facility, and there is no need to write any special program from yourself for memory management purpose. That's why Python is proved once again. Python is which language? Simple language. If it is a C programming, once again I am saying I have tried the code by myself to eliminate the unused memory space, which is really a complex. In the case of Python programming, I can happily write my own regular program. I can happily write my regular Python program. Behind of this regular Python program, garbage collector is running, which is taking care about what memory space? Unused memory space. Is it clear? Shall I move forward? Yes. Now I am going to talk about third point. So definitions, two definitions I got it. Definition of API and definition of what? Garbage collector. Definition of garbage collector I got it. It's well. Now I'm going to talk about the third factor. Why Python is very simple. Very, very easy, students. Look at that. Now I'll take one small rough work here. If I want to learn English, what you should know? First point, what you should know? Come on, quickly. Very good. Alphabets. Second one is, yes, please. Come on. You need to know words. Am I correct? First you will learn alphabets. Next you will learn words. Are you good in English? Good. No, you are getting a doubt. Sorry is asking 3 times good. So are you good in English? I am not good in English. Are you good in English? No. Why? Because in English, how many words are there? Do you know all the words which are present in English? So are you good in English? Prove once again. No. We know English, but we don't know total English. Am I correct? Yes. Please speak freely. I am speaking very freely to you. So words are nothing but what? Library. Words are nothing but what? If you know more words, you can speak fluently English. Am I correct? If you don't know English properly, if you know only few words, you will think for words. If no words are coming, English will not come that fluently. Okay, sir. You know very good English. You number of words you know. Next to prepare my sentences, what you must know? Grammar is required. Am I correct? Grammar is required. Why grammar is required? To prepare my sentences. Some rules and regulations are available or not? Like that. Today you are learning which language? To learn Python programming, what you must learn? What you must learn? Accurate concept you must learn. Accurate concept you must learn. Accurate concept means what? I don't want to criticize somebody or something else. Explaining something, notes is something, program is something, output is something, student is in dilemma what to believe. Explanation to believe, notes to believe, syntax to believe, program to believe, output to believe. Explaining something, giving notes something, syntax is something, program is unable to write, student will become nothing. What I am requesting is, whatever I am explaining, I am putting in the notes. Whatever I am explaining, which I am giving in the notes, same thing I will coming into program as it is, line by line, word by word, I am coming to programming. That is what I am saying in my class. You will write the code with left hand, left finger. Because in my explanation only, there is a logical explanation will be there. Logic building skills explanation is there. That logic building skills will make you to be a good problem solving developer. Right or not? Explaining something, notes is something, output is something, program is, first of all, nobody will write the program in the class. They will try to open from the internet. They will try to download and make it ready, and they will open that, they will show the program. But I am writing in the class in front of you. I will dictate the problem statement from Hacker Rankers, lead code, and I will show the code. I will show the problem, and I will write the code in front of your eyes. I will write the code and I will execute. Not even single code I will open it. I need not to. I will write the code in front of you. You will habituate to write the code like anything, provided 3 conditions, which I already said in the class. Did you remember the 3 conditions? Day 1 I set. 2 days back I said the 3 conditions. If you do it, you are an expert. Otherwise, 0. Beginning only I am saying to you. Well, accurate concept. Not correct concept, accurate. Second, you must know what? APIs. You must know what? APIs. What is API? Super. Collection of? What is a module? Collection of functions, variables, class names. Don't leave in middle. Say complete. What my adjacent student will feel. Don't feel. Let them feel. If you say, tomorrow even if you go to interview, you will answer like anything. Your response is a success tone in the next interview. If you maintain, keep and quite very decent in the class, there you will struggle a lot. Outside be silent, inside the class be like a shouter. Right? Rama, come on, ma. APIs. More APIs you know. More APIs you know. More APIs you know means you are an expert. Well, next third one, what is required? More alphabets. Alphabets. More words. Accurate concept you know. More APIs are there. Now problems are coming in software industry. I have to solve that things or not. For that, what is required? Grammar of Python is required or not? Those things are called what? Syntaxes. What they are? That are nothing but templates. I require what? Templates. Templates are nothing but rules. Rules and regulations. How to write my Python program? How to write my English essays? To write an English essay, compulsory I must know grammar. When I am using grammar, compulsory I have to use what? Words. To write my Python application, I require to know API. Even though you know accurate concept, even though you know accurate APIs and perfect APIs, definitely you need to know what? C language syntax is different. Java syntaxes are different. Python syntaxes are different. C#.NET syntax is different. As different languages are having different grammars, Python also contains what? Different syntaxes are there. Such syntaxes we must learn in the class, and such syntaxes are, I am going to give you directly user-friendly syntaxes. User-friendly syntaxes. What do you mean by user-friendly syntaxes? If I look at the syntax, I can remember it. Yesterday, you remembered calendar.month of month, year number and month. You are remembering still. I did not start Python coding, but you are remembering that approach of using. I mean to say, if syntaxes are, I mean to say, if syntaxes are lengthy and what? Syntaxes are very lengthy and what? Hard. Very lengthy syntaxes and very hard syntaxes. What is happening? You will get a lot of compile time errors. You will get lot of compile time errors. That means when you get a lot of compile time errors, your development time is killing to solve your errors. To solve errors. Am I correct? If syntaxes are so difficult, definitely you will get lot of errors. Definitely you will get a lot of errors. Because of lot of errors, your time is killing there itself to solve my errors. Am I correct? So that's why the father of Rosam called what? The father of Python is called what? Rosam has given which syntaxes? What do you mean by user friendly? Look and feel. Example, to understand you quickly. Around 5 to 6 years back, around 10 years back, there is a mobile with buttons, but small dabba phone in your words, keypad. Now, nowadays, people felt very sensitive people. You are pressing the buttons, fingers are sensitive, pressing very hard. That's why they provided touch screens. Touch screens means what? Just a touch. Which one is user friendly? Touch screen or buttons? Touch screens. So touching the screen also very difficult. Feeling lazy, just to lift the call means it has to lift. So as and when technology is increasing, people will provide what? Hi-fi comfortabilities they will provide. And always keep in mind, even the any technology coming, logic development will not be written automatically. You may get a hi-fi comfortabilities, but logic development, code development, compulsory. Am I correct? If I ask my Python, I want OTP program, please give me quickly. It will not say. You have to, it has to say, learn libraries, use the syntaxes, you generate the logic for it, it will say. Even if you go for Robo also, Robo is going to be a fixed program already written. It works what the program is already written. It can't do the work on its own. Already it was programmed to do the work. If you ask Robo, I want a program for calculating square roots of a quadratic equation. You cannot get the logic immediately. Logic has to write a compulsory, even any number of years are there in the software industry. Am I clear? That's why it's not what I'm saying, requesting all of you to improve your logic building skills. Without improving logic building skills, there is no future as a developer in the software industry. So coming to the point of it, lengthy and hard syntaxes gives you what? And a lot of development time is killing to solve errors. Because of user-friendly syntaxes, what I can develop it? We can develop, come on students, we can develop what? Error-free programs we can develop it. What programs? Error-free, no errors. In where? Limited span of time. I can develop so quickly because my syntaxes are just like a normal English. Am I clear? So why Python is simple once again? Why Python programming is simple once again? Python programming is simple once again because it provides what? So that I can develop what? In what time? More time or less time? Very good. Now I'm going to mention this point here. Python programming provides, come on students, provides, which is syntaxes? User-friendly syntaxes, and makes the programmer, and makes the Python programmer to write, to develop what? Error-free programs. I'm writing here, error-free programs in limited span of time. This is called what? Garbage collection facility. Importance I set. And Python programming provides what syntaxes? so that I can develop which programs? Error-free programs by taking how much time? Limited amount of time I can finish it my application. I hope you understand these 3 points. So I gave a detailed explanation here why Python is simple. If I am taking any interview, I will ask a first question, why Python is simple? Right? Like other small useless websites or something else, I am not saying Python is easy to learn, that's why simple. I don't want to say that type of sentences. Anything we speak, it is more practical things I want to give it. Python is simple because of what? Rich set of API, more APIs will make me to reuse the code. I feel more simple to write the Python coding. Number 2, Python programming provides what? Garbage collection facility, which will eliminate what memory space? And it improves performance of my Python based application. Definition of garbage collector. And one more thing is Python programming provides which syntaxes, so that Python programmer can develop what? In a smaller amount of time. These are the things why Python is simple. So students who are in the online, did you understand, students? Did you understand, students, up to here? What is an explanation I gave regarding the simple? Online students, I am asking. Very well. Good. Let me continue. Another facility now. Shall I go to the next facility? Yes. So here, please don't miss it. Don't forget definition of API, definition of garbage collector. Because I'm not going to explain again and again like our college days. Even if I explain in college days, we are not going to get anything. Because our course is so vast, I have to concentrate a lot of programming part. You have to remember every day. That's why 3 conditions I said, you have to follow that. Next, I'm going to talk about the second one, freeware and, yes, I'm going to talk about freeware and open source. Look at, students. Second one is called freeware and open source. I'm going to talk about it. Well, what do you mean by freeware? Of course, it is very simple to understand. Nothing is difficult to you. I'm going to say 2 splittings here. One is freeware and one more is open source. Let me explain in detail. This is for your general knowledge purpose I am giving. Well, what do you mean by freeware? Yesterday's class and day before yesterday's class, I shown you how to download the Python software. I hope most of you made your laptops ready with your Python software, right? Fine. What is the website, official website for downloading Python software? Well, www. Well, are we paying a single NP to download my Python software? So is Python is freeware or licensed software? Right. So I'm writing, since Python software can be downloaded freely from www.python.org and we can say Python software is what? Freeware. Python software is freeware. I hope you understand this word. And there is no much meaning about it. There is no much difficulty on that area. And why I'm writing specially that, and don't feel that freeware and open source is same. As some of the people having the knowledge, freeware and open source is same. It is not the same. It is different. That's what I want to bring to your notice. Yes, coming to the open source, this is what I would like to speak something more on this area. Please look at, students. I'm talking about open source. Sir, what is this open source meaning is? See, students, I will speak some ample of time on this area. When we download, I'm asking one important question. When we download Python software from www.python.org, what is its name? What is its name? Generally, you are feeling, look at, I'm having here downloads. In the last class also, I was downloaded this part. In the previous day also, I was downloaded. In the previous day also, I was downloaded. whenever I download the Python software from this place called www.org, which is having one standard name, whose standard name I'm writing here, whose standard name is C Python. I'm writing in caps. Try to understand C Python. What is the standard name of the Python? Yes, whatever the Python we are downloading, that is known as what? C Python. And almost every MNC company uses only C Python for data science application development, for machine learning applications. In most of the applications, we use what? C Python only. Well, next point is when the C Python is developed and released to us, many of the software vendors or some of the software vendors, that is some of the software vendors came into the picture, came in forward and customized which software? C Python. Customized C Python and customized C Python for their in-house tools development. For example, whether you are aware of this knowledge or not, I don't know. When you are working in HCL is having definitely some customized tools are there in his company. When you go to Infosys, they have their own customized tools. So every software company, maximum they will contain their own in-house tools. So how they developed their in-house tools? Something they customized. Some software they customized it for developing their own in-house tools. Like that, C Python also, which is a standard version of the Python, is customized by what? Some of the software vendors for their in-house development under such a type of what? Customized versions of which one? C Python are called what? Python distributions. Very, very important terminology. Python distributions. Some of the software vendors came forward, I can write in this way, and customized C Python for their in-house tools development, and such a type of customized versions of C Python are called what? Yes. What are the Python distributions? I am going to tell you. Now, in what way open source is related to this? I am going to talk about it. In what way open source is related? I am just talking here. Look at my dear students here. The open source is nothing but whichever software is allowing the software companies to customize. That is known as what? Open source. Suppose .NET you take it. They won't give any type of mechanism to customize that software. Java people has given a customization process to others. Like that, ROSM has given a facility to anybody. Yes, you may develop your own in-house tools by customizing my software, he said. Are you able to understand? If any kind of language allows to customize that software is called what? Open source. In simple word, I am writing before that point, if any software allows us to customize, then such a type of software is what? Open source software. Such a type of software is called what? Open source software. You understand what is freeware. Since that is downloaded freely, we call it as a freeware. And as any kind of software allows us to customize, then such a type of software is called what? Is called open source. Is called open source software. And some of the software companies, some of the software vendors came forward for customizing the C Python for their in-house tools development, and such a type of customized versions of C Python are called what? Right. And some of the people also call it as a flavors of Python, and you don't call it as the flavors of Python. It is called not a international terminology. Flavors of Python, like flavors of ice cream and all those things, it is not good. Don't use local words like Amirpet words, don't use it. This is my advice. Like one small word, there is when I am explaining database communication, there is a rule called CRUD, stands for create, read, update, and delete. But in Amirpet, when you come, all of a sudden they will invent their own words. How much difference is there? This type, you will like this word, because wherever there is something wrong, people will attract there. If you go and say in any company, they will see top to bottom first. So don't go to that, and try to learn whatever is there in the PSF, try to learn as it is. Don't add our own spicy, because we are not related to any of the language development here. We are the learners of the programmers. Am I correct? So what this is called? Python distributions. Now I am writing some of the Python distributions. Some of the Python distributions. I am going to write it. Some of the Python distributions are, I am going to give you some explanation here. Some of the Python distributions. So some of the Python distributions are, now I am going to give you a small explanation here. You need not to know this distribution, just for your knowledge purpose I am saying this. Number one is J Python. What is that now? J Python. This is also one of the customized version of which one? C Python. What is the standard Python here? C Python. What is the customization version? Some people are also called as what? Jython. Spell out. Used. Why it is used by some of the people? Used for running Java based applications. Java based applications purpose they are using it. To run Java based applications, people are using what? Jython, also called as what? JPython. And you need not to worry about, sir, are we discussing JPython? Not necessary. We don't want to discuss some small company in-house tool. We need not to learn. And tools learning is only 1 or 2 days process in the company. Well, and we need to learn a biggest software called C Python in the class. Well, second point I am going to discuss, students. Iron Python. It is also called what, you know? IPython. It is used for running what? C#.net applications. C#.net applications. So C#.net applications. Because sometimes this question may come as an interview purpose, just to know whether you are able to understand the distributions of Python or not. They may ask, can you explain some of the distributions of Python? Like, they may ask the question. So JPython or JPython are used for running what? Java based applications. And Iron Python or IPython used for running what? C#.net applications. Are you able to get my point? Yes, sir. Next, third point I am going to write it. MicroPython, and electronic students may be knowing better than me. MicroPython, it is used to develop, writing here, used to develop microcontroller applications, used to develop microcontroller applications. So this is one more kind of Python. Next, fourth is called what, you know? Ruby Python. This is also some 6 to 7 years back, when this is a Ruby is also one language, my dear students. In 6 to 7 years back, I am remembering, around 6 months of time, many of the opportunities will be there on Ruby. After 6 to 7 months, it disappears. Nowhere else now. So Ruby Python also came into the picture for used for running what? Running which applications? Ruby based applications. Ruby based applications. I'm writing here Ruby based applications. This is also one variety of Python. Next is called fifth one. I'm writing here Anaconda Python. Anaconda Python. This is used for development of what? Used for running, used for developing, I can say, used for running, developing and running, developing and running, which applications? Big data. Have you heard about big data? Which is nothing but what? Hadoop based applications. Hadoop based applications. You are getting in data science also. You are getting in data science also. This Hadoop you will come across. Well, now coming to this next, that's why even in my class also, there is an anaconda spider, and a Jupyter anaconda. Some of the anaconda related IDs also we are going to discuss for programming purpose. Next, sixth one is called what? Like that, if I go on writing, next is called what? Stackless Python. Stackless Python for developing concurrency applications. Concurrency applications, which I am developing this concurrency applications with Python also. That is called multi-threading applications. I am going to explain. Are you able to get my points? Concurrency applications is nothing but multi-threading applications I am explaining in the class. Like a deadlock kind of problems I am going to explain. Operating system related area, that is. I am going to explain that. That is also one new area, and that multi-threading will not be there in any of the Python course curriculum. Are you able to get my students? Yes. So stackless Python. Like that, if I go for it, next seventh one is called what? Python. Python. It is for what? For using, of course, I am not going to speak anything about it. JIT compiler. For JIT compiler. Don't worry about that JIT compiler. I will explain when I come to compilation and interpretation process. I'll explain what is JIT. These things I am asking just to remember. Just to remember, I'm not asking just to butify. Because nowhere else related to my Python course of this. I said that these are the different flavors of what? Different flavors of what? Which are just only for in-house tools purpose, people may use it. But last one is little important, ma. I will explain in my class. So, etc. I can say it is not only just 6 or 7, there are so many. Even in yesterday's class also, small awareness I shown you. Sir, please show me just in internet how many are there. There are so many distributions are there. Python distributions. I am going to say Python distributions. Python distributions. Just click on that and see that www.python.org. There are a lot of distributions are there for Python is concerned, which is recognized. Even in yesterday's class also I shown you. Only few of them I said anaconda kind of thing. And recently some concept came. Conda, anaconda, and for spelling also it is so nice. Anaconda means very big. Manikonda, not that Manikonda, Hyderabad Manikonda, no. Next is called what? Konda. This is the 3 tools. What is the difference between a new scenario? This is what is the difference between anaconda, Manikonda, Konda, and Pipu, which I am explaining in the class. You are going to get it. Of course, don't feel that, sir, can you explain now itself? Because I have to give some programming awareness for you. Let me go to that. Python 3.10, ideally, just for a minute, you watch it, my guys. Because if I enter into the subject, even you can't find the time, that much time is required just to open it. Ideally, I'm opening. This is called my Python root directory. There scripts, if you go, there is a, if you go to this place, scripts, if you go, Python files and all files, you see pip, PIP 3.10, PIP 3. What is the difference between PIP 3.10, PIP 3? You need to know. PEP also you need to know. PEP, PEP, Anaconda, Maniconda, Conda, PIP. What is the difference? How to install our libraries? We are supposed to learn. So Python is not what people thinks. Python is simple like that. If you start thinking like that, simple, I can go to class anywhere else I can learn, means it is only our innocent knowledge. So Python is different. What people thinks Python is something different. Python fragments related applications only you need to develop it. Today, one of my student has selected, of course, recent, just to see 545. Yeah, just came. Maybe whether you have seen in them, that person, very, very big, tall, in height of mine, bigger than me. So he came. Infosys exam has written in 2 days back. His question was, what do you know, system test? Accept a line of text from the keyboard or from the file or from the database, and find number of vowels, number of consonants, number of special symbols, and display. Actually, in our class, it is very simple. I'll explain. Hyderabad is the capital of TS. Some special symbols are there, some digits and everything is there. I am asking to segregate and print consonants are this, alphabets are this, vowels are this, special symbols are this, number of consonants, number of vowels, number of special symbols, like that I want to print. And don't think that you will write this much of code. 3 lines. He has completed just in 3 lines. Really appreciated. And by seeing his package, I am only getting whether it is real or not. He is shown immediately offer letter also. They appreciated the coding standards what he has. So coding is very important nowadays to get it into higher packages. So even sometimes I will show in my class the WhatsApp messages what my students will say. Daily 1 or 2 times I will show that, and don't feel that sorry showing about his students how they are going to get the offer letter. They will say the praising about the classes and programming standards and everything. Fine. Even at the end of the classes, I'll also give my number. Whenever you get a job, you need to go for what? Sending a message, say, sir, I got an offer from so-and-so company, and this is my package, like that you will say. So that type of confidence level of programming we must understand in the class. Shall we continue now? So how many distributions are there? Right. Did you understand freeware and open source here? What is meant by freeware? Freely downloadable. It is known as what? Freeware. And next is called what? So open source is nothing but these many number of things. Customization of any software is providing is known as what? Open source. And many of the Python distributions are available. These many number of distributions are available. This is about freeware and open source. And the next discussion is going to be called what? Platform independent. This I will describe tomorrow class, because I need that 1 hour of time to explain what is platform independent. Because there I have to explain what is platform dependency. In C, C++, how it is there. In Java, how Java is also platform independent. Python also platform independent. But what is the difference between that? With the coding, I need to show you. I can say very easily, platform independent means platform is nothing but an operating system. It runs on every operating system. That's why it is called platform independent. A person like me asking, please write a code and show me. No, sir, I don't know coding, sir. I will write an like academics. You say, go to home. When you go to an interview, you have to select like anything by writing the coding. Don't buttify, see everything more practical, and conclude by yourself that this is the programming class. Understanding my point? So tomorrow completely I am going to discuss about what? And it is a very important in the class to understand the other features, because the platform independent is strictly related to what? Yes, sir. The heart for Python programming is these kind of things. And of course, from the beginning up to here. And of course, other things are important. These are the main points. And tomorrow is a very important day for platform independent, because I'm explaining completely 1 hour about practical explanation. Concept followed by program, concept followed by program, concept followed by program in Java, concept followed by program in Python. And you are going to give clearly about which language is having better memory management, which language is having better storage. This I am going to explain. Okay, so I can start, but it will take a lot of time to complete it, because explaining of keeping explaining pending for tomorrow is not good. That's why I decided to explain tomorrow about what? Completely about platform independent, which is a very, very, very important. A small example I want to show you, and I will make you to leave. Look at that. I'll go to my Python environment, Java environment. I will show you for a dear students, just for a minute. You see, in Python, in Java, first I will show you, just for a minute you watch it. Here, there I am taking like a Python command prompt, Java command prompt is also there. Just for a minute, like a promo, you can say, int a is equal to 10, such a smaller value allowed. A is equal to 4567, also allowed. A is equal to 9999, such a bigger number, not allowed. Error is coming. Integer number is too large. Are you getting me? Go to Python. Go to Python. I'm going to say here Python 3.10. Go to this place. A is equal to 99999. 9999. Understanding? More than this length. Take as is if you want. Take as is if you want. I will take the copy paste here. See that, happily allowed. Print of, don't worry, I'm going to type it. Type of A, which is going to be called what? Int. There int is a keyword. Here int is what? I am explaining tomorrow what is a class, what is an object. Object memory management I am going to explain. If you miss out, Monday you cannot understand the class. A is equal to not only such a number, I will take such a bigger number. You see, such a bigger number I am going to store in Python environment. Print of A, see, such a bigger number, happily you can store. Where is the more memory management? Where is the more data storage? There is a related with platform independent. That I want to explain. Technically, you must be strong enough. That is my intention. Did you understand, ma? Yes, sir. I will close it here and I will show you this promo with a detailed explanation in tomorrow class. Before leaving, what features we understand? Simple and freeware and open source in detail. Tomorrow, what is our topic name? Yes. Students in the online, did you understand up to here? Did you understand up to here? Well, good. So please continue tomorrow also, same link, and Monday the link may be changing. Today, tomorrow also join with the same link. Thank you, students. Good day. All the best. Take care.